Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Bo and I'm trying to combine guidance from Caleb Hammer, the Budget Mom, and the Money Guys to make my life work with my partner Win and his 3 kids, who we have about half the time, a little less than. So this video is actually going to be me covering our new trackers. So I made just, you know, super simple spreadsheets, and don't mind me, I'm still a little cough-y and sniffly, I apologize. But summer is coming and I decided to make more detailed trackers so that we can get through the summer like with a tighter rein on what's going on. So with the end of May, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all the balances. I'm so sorry. We're gonna get the balances all together, and we are going to track our revolving spending balances, which, I mean, this is just my spending, because Win does his actual spending. I do kind of a modified envelope method thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's basically the envelope method, except instead of using envelopes, I use a spreadsheet. So this is similar to what I created before, but you see I did add, can you see it here? I did add her rollover right here, because I'm going to be tracking my rollover amount on here. Because I was thinking about it, and we're going to get a month ahead. That's our goal, for both of us to get a month ahead in our budgets. But that means we both have to roll over money. And since we don't have joint accounts, that makes things kind of complicated. So in order to track that, I'm actually going to add to it throughout the months and track it on here. So there'll be a total at the end of the month, but at the end of every month there will be a total, but like I'm actually tracking the balance of my rollover here until I get to the point where I have a full month ahead. So right now I'm a week ahead, but I'm gonna get a month ahead. And I'm so sorry. And this is how I'm gonna track that. And then the other sheet here is our savings balance trackers. So I know we haven't had videos lately, at least, that are going over our actual balances of our savings. We've just been going on the balance. We've just been doing the balance of the account at the end of the month when we do our net worth statement. But we're going to start actually tracking the balances on paper so that like things are a little more transparent. So I'd created a sheet before that just said how much I was adding, or I keep saying that's just because Win isn't here. But I was tracking how much we were adding to the different goals, but not the actual balances. That's what the coloring sheets were for. And I want to start updating that, the actual balances and everything, like every month before the net worth, so that we know like kind of where we stand. So sorry. But like I want to track what we're adding and what the balances are. This summer is going to be very simple because, well, for one, he's getting a different job because he is a substitute teacher. So he'll be doing something different during the summer. He got a job as an account manager. We don't know what his paychecks are going to look like yet because he hasn't started the job yet. But basically we're on kind of survival mode because his checks will be smaller. We just don't know how much smaller. My checks will actually be bigger, but not bigger to the point where I can cover everything easily. if he can't. So this is going to be kind of a delicate balance. And, you know, we haven't really talked about it, like, explicitly, but that's partly because we signed kind of a non-disclosure agreement. We did talk to Caleb Hammer. We did. On my birthday, as a matter of fact. It was my birthday present to myself, was going to visit him. And it was very sobering, but we cannot talk about the contents of the discussion or like how anything was set up. Just we can just talk about like how we're going to continue with things, like how we're moving forward. But so you know, between us, I did not want to name drop too bad. Because like, who am I? I'm just some random person on the internet who's like trying to not be poor. But, my little plan here, my little like situation is kind of like, I'm kind of riding the line between being responsible and recognizing the fact that I'm not actually responsible for Wynn's debt. I'm not the person who got all those student loans. I'm not the person who did all that. I am not responsible for paying off his debts. If we want to go there completely, part of the reason why I decided to change his channel name to Wicked Stepmom Budgets is because this is kind of a hostile takeover of his finances. Because I didn't want to be in the same position that I was in last summer. Because last summer I had to cover the rent all summer because he couldn't make enough during the summer to cover everything. And I didn't want to be in that position again. And I didn't want to be in the position where I had to buy his kids clothes and I had to like pay for things that are not my responsibility because these are not my blood children. I love them dearly. I do. Don't get me wrong. But these children have a mother and a father who are in their lives, and neither of those people are me. So, like, I've kind of been riding that line of, I want to help. I'm here to help. I'm here to figure out how we can make this work, how we can make our relationship work, and how we can make the relationship between me and the kids work. And how, like, all of this can be balanced while I can still enjoy my life and I'm not, like, revolving my whole life around him and the children that I didn't give birth to. So, yes, Wicked Stepmom, because while I do care about them and I do contribute to their expenses, and I do, like, you don't necessarily see it because a lot of it is in these categories. You don't actually see how much I spend on these kids because it's technically, like, that's no one's business. But, like, just keep in mind here, yes, sometimes I spend on fun things. Yes, sometimes I spend on more fun things than I contribute to our net worth. However, that is because I sacrificed a lot to get to this point, to get to this relationship, to get to this state, you know, to get back to Chicago. I sacrificed a lot to get here, and I could not see myself continuing to sacrifice that much to the point where I didn't have a life for 5 years while we get him out of debt. I couldn't see myself doing that. I would be absolutely miserable. And I don't know that our relationship could take that. So our compromise is I contribute, and if he's in a real bind, I contribute to that as well. And I do pay for some of the things for the kids, as I said, but like, I'm not sacrificing everything. I'm just not. I'm not going to, because I didn't put us in this situation. It wasn't me. I had a little credit card debt last year before I sold my house because I was selling my house and because I moved states. But I paid all that off, and I wouldn't have my current car if I hadn't moved here, because I'd still have my minivan that I did not total. Wynn did. So like, the situation that I'm in now is because of love. And I'm going to pull us into a better situation, and I'm going to do it how I can see myself sustaining that for the 4 years or so that it's going to take to get his student loans that are over 6% paid off. Because that's where we stand. So, yes, I will still be putting money towards fun things. I will still be enjoying things. I will be tracking those things, and I'm definitely going to be doing savings check-ins every month, hopefully with Wynn. Sometimes it's hard to record with him because of how much the kids are here, and I have some time home before, you know, the kids get here. So like, it's easier for me to record by myself sometimes. But yeah, like, I'm still going to be having fun, y'all. And I'll be taking you along with me, with us, while we balance that while not being completely irresponsible. So things will be looking very different starting in a couple weeks, because he's gonna start working this new job. I think his start date is June 7th, which is like, his orientation is June 7th, which is the last day of school, but the kids won't be in school, if that makes sense. So the kids won't be there, but the teachers will. But he is a sub, so he's going to be attending his orientation at the new job. He might keep that job. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We're in such limbo, and that is why we keep adding to savings, because like, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen, and I really don't want to be in a crappy situation again this summer. So keep your fingers crossed for me, y'all. If you have any questions, or if you see a way that I can change these to make more sense, change these trackers, let a girl know. Let a girl know. I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm just trying my best out here. I have guidance, but like, it wasn't so detailed that I could just like follow someone else's blueprint. It was guidance in the fact that like, I have like, how do we put this? It's like when you're bowling, you know, and you can get the kid bumpers on the side so that you won't go in the gutter, but that doesn't mean you're gonna hit a strike. That just means you're not gonna go in the gutter. So you might still just get one pin, but like, you're not gonna go in the gutter. And that's kind of the guidance that I have right now. So we are going to do our best, and be prepared. There's going to be a lot of videos for the next few months, basically, because that is how we stay sane in this house, is we put our thoughts on the internet so that strangers can judge us and our friends don't. Just kidding. Wynn told a lot of his friends and coworkers about this channel, so hi y'all. Hi. Enjoy watching the struggle bus. Please don't tell me you watched this. Please don't, if you know me in real life. I appreciate you so much. Never forget that you deserve financial stability. And that does not just mean that you deserve that cookie. That also means you deserve those vegetables, because a healthy you is a happier you. I promise you, you're going to appreciate the vegetables when you're older and you don't have like all kinds of health problems from the side effects of constant instant gratification. Like, you will thank yourself for eating healthier later, and you will thank yourself for making your life more stable later. Constant chaos is not healthy, y'all. I love you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.